Hello guys, you're welcome again now to my channel. Now, if you haven't watched my previous video where I mentioned 5 steps in where you can build a career and you can get the first job without no experience or zero experience, please, if you haven't watched that video, please try and watch it. Today, I would concentrate directly on how you can write a virtual CV to get that first dream job. Fortunately for today, I would concentrate on the IT, getting the job in the IT. Of course, it is very applicable to getting jobs for other career fields. I will show you directly how you can create this virtual experience. Now, let me share my screen with you. If you recall, or if you have watched my first video where I already showed you these 5 steps. I already showed you these 5 steps. Now, as I already mentioned, how to create a virtual job experience for your first IT job. And now, if you have watched or if you haven't watched that video, please go back and watch. Now, in the 4th step, I mentioned that you can write a CV. You can create a virtual CV, a virtual job experience for your profile. Now, how do you do this? Now, this is exactly what we will look at today. Now, remember that why, for example, you have decided to go into the IT field. Why in the IT field, you have also decided to go into either a support IT support technician, or as an IT help desk. Now, you know the role of an IT help desk. You should know that, and you should know what they should know, and you should have the very standard and firm knowledge of what an IT help desk should know. You already have this idea that, yes, you have already developed that interest that I am so interested in IT help desks, which their role comprises of troubleshooting, configuring, and maintaining all both hard and software installation in a company or in an environment. Now, this is what you should have in mind. Now, how do you learn the skills? Remember, I mentioned also in that video that you must build your own experience. Assuming that you have built your own experience, how do you build this experience? You have created a lab in your home. You have learned practically these things. You have learned for a time, and you are now a professional or an expert on how to handle a ticketing system, for example, help desk, or how to handle or troubleshoot simple problems like printers and Wi-Fi problems, or files deleted from a user's account, how to create users on Office 365. For example, you have idea and you've already learned over on your lab at home, in the comfort of your home, all of these experience. You've gained this, or you've learned it in your home, and you are confident that if you are in the real life, if you are in the real life, or the real job environment per se, you can be able to troubleshoot a problem concerning a printer problem in the network, or a printer not printing well. You could be able to handle such a problem. Now, let's assume such that you have learned this you have learned this career, or this, you have focused your expertise on this interest. Now, remember, another point I mentioned is that you try to work for, no matter how small a company is, without less or no pay. Just even if you work for 6 months, it doesn't matter. All it matters is that you work, try and put yourself in a company, no matter how small. It could be a private company, it could be your own family or relative, it could be a very small registered company, or you are running a cyber cafe, for example, as is well known in Africa, and you are running a small business, a company. Just work. Take some months to work in such a company, even without pay. Now, this is very, very important. Now, assuming you have these 2 things, you've practiced so much virtually at home, you've built your expertise on help desk or IT support tech, and you've also have maybe a 3 months or during your internship. It could be during your internship, or it could even be a 6 months or a short term without pay job. Now, let's go directly to how you can write such a CV. Now, I'm going to stop the screen again and share a sample CV with you. Now, I created a sample CV. I just created a very funny sample CV, what you see here. Of course, we are focusing just on the experience today. So I didn't even type the education and all that. So we are focusing on the experience today. Now, for example, I created a CV for John Deneva. Now, this is a sample of a CV with all first email and address and all of this. Now, John Deneva wants to apply for an IT help desk tech or an IT support tech for a company. Now, you've got this point. Always start with your experiences. Remember what I mentioned in that video, that experiences is what HRs and companies look forward to. Now, start with experiences. Now, you've got experiences. Now, I'm just creating all of these. These are just not real. So, you've got experiences here, and starting date, and you are still, for example, working in this small company for, let's just put it, you've worked since 2021 January, and now, which means you've just worked for less than 6 months here in this company, and you've worked for Dr. and Johnson Engineering entry. Now, for example, your job in Dr. And Johnson Engineering is just, it just only covers, let's just say your job there just covers you selling tickets. You are selling, how do you even write selling? Sorry, you're selling tickets. Now, when I mean tickets, it could be that your job there in this company is that you could even be selling, since I cannot even know how to spell selling. Yeah, that should be selling, right? Or you are selling tickets. Let's not pay attention on that. Now, you're selling tickets in this company. You are doing nothing else than selling tickets. Or let's make it something different, because we are dealing with IT. Now, let's assume that in this company, you are still even learning. You are just learning how to troubleshoot printers. Let's make it more. You are learning how to troubleshoot printers, and your work is all on troubleshooting printers in this company. Now, you've got this experience on of a little or even know-how. You did not even know how to do any of these things. Now, how to create a virtual experience is this way. Now, you've come to be an expert in your field as a tech, as an IT help desk or IT support technician. Now, you've learned this thing in your own home, and you've learned so much that you're so confident that if you be in a work environment, you can handle certain problems. Now, I could include, for example, in even if I've worked in Dr. and Johnson Engineering and as an IT help desk, and my only job there in this company was just to troubleshoot printers, which I don't even know how to troubleshoot printer while I worked in this company. But at the moment, while I have worked in my own lab, I've really worked on my expertise. I have good knowledge on all of these things. I can even include, for example, I can include then on my CV, Office 365, all about Office 365. I can say maintenance. I can say even, you can say, you cannot even say troubleshooting of printers. Sorry, because my keyboard is in German. This is why you might see red button, red lines. If it was in English, maybe I wouldn't be getting the stupid red lines. So now, you've got experience on handling Office 365. Then you could even include Office Cloud, how to handle Office Cloud 365, which includes all of OneDrive, all of Outlooks, and all of this. And this, of course, you could add. Now, you could even add, for example, you could even add that you do migration of OS, that's operating system, migration, and you could even add I do staging. Now remember, all of these you are adding is something you have idea of, something you can handle. Now you could even add that let's just remove that of staging. You could even add that um, I know how to use one desk. Let's add it together, one desk. And you could even add that I know how to use Zendesk ticket service, which is a ticket service for support IT help desk engineer. You could even say that I know how to um, troubleshoot, or I know how to, let's take out troubleshoot, because troubleshoot is a bigger word. You could say I know how to configure um, Wi-Fi routers, and switches switches. And if you could have even learned so well on your own online, you could even add I know how to configure Cisco routers, and we could even add and switches. Now, you see how we are building the CV. Of course, you are going to emphasize on all of this part. You are going to emphasize on all of this part in the sense that um, all this you're building, you have to emphasize what you can do. Now, remember, in my goal, you should not write what you cannot do. Must focus on your skill, what your capabilities are. Um, this now the point is that these jobs I just listed here, you did not gain this experience in Dr. and Johnson engineering. All you did in Dr. and Johnson was just troubleshooting printers, or putting or refilling printers in this company. But on your own, you have on your own comfort of your home, you have learned professionally, you have learned practically as well how to handle problems like this, or how to deal with this. You can even continue to add other things that you could have learned. You could say, I support IT. I also did IT um, help desk, help desk. Yeah, IT help desk jobs, and whatever. I don't know. It depends on what you have learned. Now, what is the main focus? The main focus, or the main goal, is that um, for this company, Dr. Johnson, you've learned nothing. You've just had maybe a 1 month or 2 months job or experience there. It could be that you worked as a contract or just for a short time, but you are confident. You are very confident, and you have learned this, and you can deal with situations like these ones here in the work environment. Now, there is no big deal. There is nothing wrong for you to add such experiences to your CV. There is no big deal. Of course, this is all about being subtle, adding some subtle tales to your CV, but do not lie, or not lie about what you cannot do. Now, for example, again, I have also another one. I just created a Brain Force Limited, of course, and I worked as an entry as IT support tech, customer IT service tech. I was handling a phone call. This is where you create your own story. This is my third step, where I already showed in my video, where you can create your own story. I worked as an IT service tech. Now, you should know how to handle customers over the phone, for example. You should know how to handle customers over the phone. Now, you could even include, just like, of course, um, I just added, typed all of these. These are, for example, you could write, I staged OS, I did handovering, I did printers, I troubleshoot printers and accessories combined, which include phones and all of accessories to the network. I also worked as this IT support tech for this company. These are all virtual experiences. But the point is that You are not lying because you can do these things. You've learned it in your own home, in your own comfort, in the own comfort of your home. And you can handle problems like this, if not 100%, but at least 60 to 70% you can handle, or you should know something about printers. Of course, because when it comes to IT support, for example, there are 101 ways to handle a particular trouble or to troubleshoot a particular problem. The way A handles is not how B handles it, but the main result is getting to the final destination. Now, I added this last one. For example, David Engineering, I entered as a network technician, as a system administrator. I could say that I have experience. I have experience with ADDS, Active Directory Domain Service, and DHCP and DNS. I troubleshoot network and routers and softwares. But you must have an idea of how ADDS works. You must know what is DHCP, how it works. You must know what DNS is. You must know what a BIOS is. You must know how to cable a network. Now, the point and the point is that creating this virtual CV is not lying, but it is putting what you can do, your expert in skills. But the main only difference is that these things you did not learn in this company, but you learned it yourself at the comfort of your home. Only that you just using it to boost the experience you have. Now, this is one way. Now, in summary, remember, get the expertise. Get the expertise of your job. Expert of what you want to do. Be good with what you want to do. Then, second point, look for even a no-paying job for just a short term. No matter how small scale it is, attach yourself to any short or private company. Try and attach yourself. Then use this company to boost your virtual experience. This is how to write a virtual experience on a CV. And when you do this is things you can do, this is things you know about. Of course, when it comes to job, there is always an opportunity to learn new things. And so it is an opportunity for you to improve yourself in your new job. However, you do not know everything. Even your own boss, your IT managers, your head boss does not know it does not know all. And so you are not expected to know everything. And so when you do this, now you fall under the highest profile. Your profile is given more preference, and you are likely to get such job in IT. Now remember, I have just used an IT help desk example. Now this could be applicable to other engineerings or other IT fields, or it could even be applicable to some other jobs. Of course, I want you to get that job, and this is why I am there for you. Thanks for watching, but do not forget to click on the subscribe button and hope to see you next time. So do not forget, soon I will be interviewing IT managers and HR of big companies and let them tell us the secret. What is the secret behind hiring new employers? And so I hope you join and subscribe to my channel. And please subscribe. It is totally free of charge. And bye for now.